Base, the quote x end quote in 3x to the power 2 minus 1. Teachers often use the word quote exponent end quote to mean both the term and the power. As an example, given the term x to the power 2, teachers often call the overall term an exponent and the power 2 an exponent. It might be a little clearer to call the overall term an exponent and the number raised into the superscript position the quote power end quote. The number or variable being raised to a power is called the base. We might say, quote, given the exponent x squared, x is the base and 2 is the power, end quote. Given 3x squared minus 1, x is a variable, x is also the base, 3 is a coefficient, 2 is a power, and the negative 1 is a constant. Note that a coefficient is attached to a variable, and a constant is a standalone number. Note that a power is in a superscript position, parentheses, denoted by the caret symbol spelled caret, C-A-R-E-T, which is Shift 6 on your keyboard, end parentheses. A power is the number of times the base is to be multiplied by itself. The opposite of a power is the root. Note that in 3x squared, if x is 4, then we have 3 times 4 squared, which is 3 times 16, which equals 48. Sometimes students get confused and want to include the coefficient in the operation of the power. The power acts on the base, then the coefficient is multiplied through. This applies to a negative sign too. Type into your calculator, parentheses, negative 3 end parentheses, caret 2, and negative 3 caret 2. The first with parentheses and the second without. Notice the first answer is positive 9, and the second is negative 9. A parentheses is required to include the coefficient, or a coefficient of negative 1, parentheses, minus 1, and parentheses in this case, in the operation of the power. The base is the quote x end quote in 3x squared minus 1. Antonyms, power, related words, superscript, subscript, constant, variable, coefficient, base, exponent, power, radical.